Shalom, shalom, family, and aloha out there. How is everyone on this Friday, March 28th? Man, can you believe it's the end of March? I thank you to those that are joining, those that may watch this later. Welcome to the Melchizedek Network, the network that represents for the King of Kings. That's right, the true Messiah. If you're in the live chat, let me know that you can hear me and that my mic is good. I was making some adjustments. I see you there, my family. Is that pronounced Keon? I like that name. Powerful name. Shalom there, Brother Yosef. It's good to see you, my beautiful and wise significant other that is always holding me down. Can you let me know if my mic is good? I'd appreciate it. Family, with so much going on in the world, it is my duty to continue to update you on everything that is going on. For some of you, you may saw, thank you, Brother Yosef, for letting me know. I did some breaking news last night because overnight we had this massive earthquake, at least massive in the sake of the damage that's been done. They said magnitude 7.7 or higher over in Thailand, Myanmar area. Myanmar. Yes, so I want to get you update on what's going on over there, as well as a recap on the other headlines from the week, and some more things that I'm going to be talking about today. So I thank you for joining me, and I pray that you are well, family. I know it's so much that's going on, and many are overwhelmed. I'm a little fatigued myself. This is the reason why I didn't feel like getting dressed and coming on screen. However, I will be doing that on Sunday. That's right, this upcoming Sunday. I'm going to be going live all day. That's right, it's going to be a marathon here at the Melchizedek Network. So I am hoping that many of you that are watching now, that are watching later, whether it be from Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and I welcome to those that are new, join me on Sunday as I broadcast live. You know, we got a lot of storms that are going to be taking place around the country, particularly USA, on Sunday and Monday. And so I've decided that if the meteorologist can go live all day and bring you the updates with the weather and the tornadoes that are hitting, why not, have the brothers and sisters of the Most High get together and a day of prayer. Gonna do some reading of the Word on Sunday. How about a little Bible trivia, a little fun for those that remember previously when we did the Bible trivia? Get you caught up on some news, some headlines, and just, a day of networking and socializing, even if it's online, because many of us we're scattered. We're in different places, but that does not mean that we cannot use these devices. I talked about it, even these technology devices to connect. We have to use these things in the right manner. Use these devices of technology and AI for a righteous purpose. So with that being said, join me on Sunday. It's an all-day marathon. That's right. Broadcasting live all day. So whenever you want to pop in, just pop in. Sister Chaya will be there. And I'm gonna also give out some prizes as we did before with the Bible trivia. So don't miss it, because it's going to be fun. Plus, you can learn some things. And on top of that, going to be keeping you up to date with all those tornado warnings that will be probably announced on Sunday. Before I get started with the recap of the week, I want to say all praises to the Most High, for He is worthy to be praised in this hour. Doesn't matter what's going on in this world. That's right. No matter what is going on, He's worthy to be praised for sure. And also, before I get started, just a reminder for those brothers and sisters that are new to the channel. If you haven't taken the time out to check out Lessons with Sister Chaya, I have some very edifying lessons over there. There are also other brothers and sisters that contribute to this network, and they are putting out amazing messages of hope, of faith, and trying to help assist in ushering in this kingdom of the Most High. And they're bringing out the gospel, just trying to help each other. But just so you know, when you go over there, you're going to see such lessons as these last two prophets. If you haven't caught that one, it's worth taking the time to check out. Hand symbols, hand symbols and signs, giving you a little knowledge on the wisdom about symbolism that the world leaders, they use in these secret societies, and a lot of everyday people use these signs, and you do not understand the origins of these symbols. So that's some good information there. That's brought to you from Truth Unedited, his channel here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and check him out. Also there's always been wars and rumors of wars. Absolutely. Check it out, because we're going to talk on Sunday on the developments between Russia and Iran. We're going to talk about a situation that's going on right now with Korea. As a matter of fact, when I went to bed last night, I saw some footage about these significant fires. A lot of people don't know, but South Korea is having catastrophic fires as well. I mean, there's fires all over the globe right now, brothers and sisters, so you need to understand. But we're going to talk about some war information and updates on Sunday. For those of you that want some more understanding about the American flag and the Statue of Liberty, that video's there. Also, the Great Depression. Yeah, family. It's coming. A lot of people don't realize that history has a way of repeating itself. Yes, it does. And also, this right here was a little funny, but it's the truth with a little humor. But Doge, as they say, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, what are they really doing? Do people really understand what is happening with this subtle collapse that's happening in front of us? Because a lot of people, I don't think they're seeing it, but it's a planned collapse. And it's also, it bears witness, the things that they're doing bear witness with the scriptures, because America is the seat of the beast and it's the last empire. So check that out. And also, If you're new to the channel, Brother Maurice just did a wonderful layout and reading of the 40 laws of Yeshurun. A lot of brothers and sisters need this knowledge. We weren't just giving 10 commandments. We were given laws as to how we were to live. And because of our oppressors and those wicked leaders of the world, they have, hid books, corrupted books, but also understand that the Most High had dedicated and designated a time when certain things and knowledge would be brought forth. And so that information in the law of Yeshurun, that's in the book of remembrance of Moses. And many people haven't purged those scriptural books of the books of remembrance, so they may not be familiar with this wisdom. But we have been given a lot because the Most High is infinite wisdom. So check that out. And also the Melchizedek Network, an unrepentant world in crisis. That's right. Can you say that we're right now living in an unrepentant world and the world is in crisis? We're seeing it right before us, so much of that, brothers and sisters. And when I leave today, I'm going to do a replay about those lower D's. I talked about the world is functioning on the frequency of the lower D's, and it's time to raise our vibration to love, brothers and sisters. So I do thank you for those of you that are joining me and those that may watch later. Shalom to Sister Glenna over there on Facebook. I see you, my sister. Shalom to you. Family, we're going to get started, of course, with this magnitude 7.7 earthquake that is hit over in Thailand. As a matter of fact, showed some footage of even, high-rise buildings collapsing. We are in the hour. We are truly in the hour. But we know, for those of us that have the word, that these things must occur. So before I want to start with a precept of the day. That's right. This is the Melchizedek Network. We represent for the King of Kings over here. So we must start with his word. Shall we?
Shalom, family. This is Sister Chaya the Elect, coming to you from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. And I have a good question for all that are listening today. Would you say that you truly have the gifts of the Holy Spirit? Well, the book of Galatians 5:22 says that the fruits of the Spirit are real love, joy, peace, happiness, goodness, kindness, meekness, long-suffering, temperance, empathy, compassion, and all those good things. Let us look within and see if we possess those gifts today. Okay? And that is your Melchizedek News precept of the day. Hashtag real love.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Brothers and sisters, what fruits are you beholding of today? That's a good question to ask with so much that is going on around the world. And yes, we are live, sister. I forgot. That's my brother over there. Porsche 911. We are live. Sister Chaya is a little fatigued, so I am not on screen. However, there's a lot developing with the news, so we must bring that. Blessings to you. Things kicking off. Yes, you said it right there. Blessings and things kicking off around this eclipse. That's somebody right there that is woke. Absolutely. And fires in South Korea. Absolutely. Saw those catastrophic fires too. Thank you, family, for edifying the rest of the flock here. Let's start with that footage that's coming out of, and I got so much footage, but let's start with that footage out of Thailand, Bangkok, and Ymir, and see what's going on. Before I got on, they said the death count, and this is early, it's preliminary, but they said it's going to be in the thousands. I mean, that's expected with such a catastrophic event as this, right? Let's go over there and get an update.
I've got one that can see.
You doggone right you do. I'm going to show that second. But first, let's get this update because I want you to see that footage. Family, can you imagine driving down the street and then seeing like swimming pools, water coming from the swimming pools from the high-rise hotels and so forth? Man, a lot going on in this earth. Magnitude 7.7. I wanted to talk about, as the family brought up in the chat, about the activity that's going on in the earth that is causing these events. I mean, there's a number of things that are causing these events, many things working together, things going on in the spirit realm, things going on in the physical, men manipulating some things. There's a lot going on, but I want you to listen to this so you can understand a little bit about coronal mass injections. And the sun is having a lot of activity, and we just had the one solar eclipse. We're having another one. Much going on, seems like, since the start of the new year of Israel.
Our sun today for March 27th, 2025. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet. Massive coronal hole, Earth facing, now encompassing our planet with solar winds over 800 kilometers per second. Having a look here at the most recent activity, we did see an M-class solar flare as well. We had plasma filaments interacting with each other, antipode, northeast, southwest positions. Other than that, we've had two sunspots Earth facing, one M2 solar flare to report the past 24 hours. Stay tuned for full details tonight with the latest on the sun, earthquakes, volcanoes, and world weather, as we've got some big things and changes happening across our planet right now. Looking here, top diagram, solar wind speeds, bottom diagram, the pressure. The pressure is on. Stay aware and prepared.
Absolutely, the pressure is on. We're seeing it all around the globe, from the fires in South Korea to this magnitude 7.7 in Myanmar. Also, the flooding in Texas. A lot of people aren't aware, but South Texas is going through it, and there's more to come. I'm going to show you some footage out of Texas right here. And let's go over to Fox and get an update over there about this flooding situation and the storms that are coming over the weekend.
Meantime, Texas, are you kidding me? It would not stop raining yesterday, right? Live look in Houston, that's on the left side of your screen. You can, of course, see Lake Charles, Louisiana on the right side of your screen. And yesterday on Thursday was a washout, to say the very least. You look at McAllen, Texas, that's the southern part of Texas, almost there on the border of Texas and Mexico. It's one of the areas.
A flash flood emergency declared overnight in parts of southern Texas, inundated by those torrential downpours, some measuring more than a foot of rain. Sam Champion is here just back from Asheville in for Ginger, tracking this record-breaking flooding. Sam.
So a frightening and dangerous night in a large area of South Texas. Let's get to it. I'm going to show you some video that you're really not going to believe. More than 50 water rescues from this Some of this started in the afternoon and evening hours, so you can see the water growing. The overnight images are even more frightening. Look at this. Lives completely interrupted by 14 inches of rain in some area, 50 water rescues. We're talking about, let me just give you an idea. The river that runs through Harlingen is normally right around 5 feet. It's now at 30 feet. So it has never been there before. It's been to 24 feet, its highest ever, and it flooded then. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen in this area. Now, where does this rain go? I want to show you that the training rain, these thunderstorms that are coming out of Mexico and running over that area, continue. But the bulk of this rain does move in toward Louisiana in this area. So we're a little concerned about what flooding might happen in the southern area of Louisiana. So we want to keep our eye on that. From one extreme to another, we're going to move to the California wildfires. We were just in Asheville as the smoke really heavy moved into that area in Asheville, Carolina. So North Carolina, one of the things I want to talk about is the fire danger there, the extreme dryness.
Family, y'all hearing it? Serious situations right now with the weather. So Houston, be on alert. Those in Houston, parts of South Texas. Also, he said Louisiana. With this flooding, next 24 hours is pretty critical with this flooding situation. He also had got into what's going on over in North Carolina, because we got high wind alerts, a lot of significant weather that's going to be developing over the next 3 to 4 days. But check out this update on what's going on over in Western North Carolina with the fires.
More firefighters are arriving in Western North Carolina now that the fire service says a fire burning there is now the highest priority in the U.S. WRAL's Eric Miller is live at the State Forest Service office. Eric, the fires are prompting new warnings.
Renee, that fire danger remains so high across the state that in mountain communities right now, like Buncombe County, they're warning residents to go ahead and prepare a go bag, a bag stuffed with all of those basic needs and essentials, just in case an evacuation order is issued and you need to get out as quickly as possible. Now, thousands of acres either are burning or have burned across the state right now, but the focus, the really big fire, that remains that Black Cove complex of fires that's burning in the Green River Cove near Saluda. Those fires have torched more than 6,500 acres so far, and according to the North Carolina Forest Service, are now the highest priority fires anywhere in the United States of America. Now, at this point, 500 firefighters are on the ground.
Highest level of fires going on right now in North Carolina. You know, I talked about this because we had the tornadoes in the Midwest a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people didn't know that at the same time the tornadoes were happening, there was 130,000 plus acres that were burned in parts of Oklahoma, taking out hundreds of homes. People are losing everything right now. Livelihoods are being lost by the moment. We are in a serious, critical hour of being conscious about everything that is happening before us. Also, some of those same areas that just got hit with those strong tornadoes over the last few weeks, they're under threat once again.
This is what we're really going to focus on as we head into Sunday, because that threat that we have today, don't really want to get it confused with what St. Louis and even Kansas City could be dealing with again on Sunday, which would mark the third weekend in a row of them seeing storms. Which kind of stinks.
It is, yeah. Every week.
Texas, it's this weekend where a much larger swath of the U.S. will be getting in on this, what's going to be a mess. You could call it a rinse and repeat, because for the past 2 weekends, now this one being the third, we have had a significant risk for storms. We have a level 3 for Sunday, but let's not ignore either side of Sunday, Saturday and Monday. Saturday, tomorrow, it's going to be late in the evening, the forecast period that we look for some of these storms to bubble up. A lot of them are threatening large hail, very large hail. Then on Sunday, we've got our main event. You could call it that. That's going to bleed into Monday as this cold front's going to advance east off the eastern seaboard. So we start with where it all begins, and that's going to be on Saturday. Some energy in the west is going to be moving into the plains, and as a response, we're going to have a surface low develop. And this surface low, Marissa, is what's going to, one, act as the trigger for some of this rising air. We're going to get a deeper area of low pressure. As it develops, fronts will form, and these fronts would sort of act as the trigger if we have enough support in the upper levels, mid levels of the atmosphere?
Yeah.
It's kind of a big question if we will.
And it seems like we will have some of the ingredients, but do we have everything we need to trigger it? Because it's kind of like pouring everything in the bowl, but do you have the mixer to come in and put it all together?
Do you all hear how the meteorologists speak? You know, you can just tell the spirit that's behind people when they talk. You know, at the end of the day, they know that a lot of this is manipulation with technology. They know that the things that they're seeing aren't quite normal, but you know, they're doing their jobs and they have to report their updates. And that's why we report our updates as well here on the Melchizedek Network, because this is the network that represents the king. So always trying to give brothers and sisters some understanding. With that being said, I want to read just the top of here, even though the mainstream media, they hate when I bring this out. But about the weather, you know, and there's some weaponization that's going on against humanity. And things are being manipulated by wicked leaders ruling the world, just as the true scriptures of the gospel state. I love that in the sealed portion, the fact that it's so detailed that it talks about this, because in 32, and this is in chapter 88, it says that the judgments that the Father has made is that he shall stay his hand and not intervene. It's so important because people like to blame the Most High for things. No, he allows things. He doesn't intervene so that we can learn. We need to really learn what this is all about, family. We need to also learn from our choices. Mankind is learning from his choices, you know, whether they be good or bad. That's the whole purpose of us being here in this probationary period here in this temporal world. But it says that he shall stay his hand and not intervene in the destruction of nature. And that's the glory of the Father right there. That's the power and the glory of the Father that Yahshua is enforcing. You know, when you see nature, because there's spirit in nature. The holy watchers are behind nature. They are in the storms, the clouds, the rivers rushing, the grass, the mountains, the storms, the lightning. This all represents the laws of nature, brothers and sisters. But the word says that he's allowing his children to experience for themselves that which occurs when the laws of nature are circumvented. And that word circumvented means manipulation. So it says the laws of nature are circumvented and used by wicked men for their own selfish purposes. I'm sure everybody is curious as to what is Elon Musk really put up in the skies, you know, with all that Starlink. What is that really doing? Because it's not, you know, something that's hidden. That cloud seeding technology is being used in many places. I do believe, and this is Sister Chaya's opinion, that that's what's happening in Texas right now. And this whole Gulf area, Louisiana, Houston, Corpus Christi, Texas, all that is under the alert right now for some severe catastrophic flooding. I believe that they're going to see what we saw in Dubai last May. Absolutely. In 34, it says, and John continues saying that the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun. Is the sun not reacting to what man is doing? And the power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with heat and great, and they blasphemed the name, it says, of God, which has the power over these plagues. Who has the power over it? We know Most High has power over everything. He has the power over these plagues according to his will. But notice that it says, but shall not stop them. Yeah, he has the power, but shall not stop them for the sake of man. And he stayed his hand, again, not intervene. He stayed his hand because they repented not to give him glory. And now in the latter days, the causes of advancements that you shall make in technology and science shall provide the means whereby the natural atmosphere of the earth shall begin to deteriorate in such a way that the heat of the sun shall be caused to do that which it was not intended, okay, according to the natural order for which the sun was created, to give life to the earth. And because of the effect of the sun, The earth shall begin to warm exceedingly and cause misery and destruction upon earth. And that's what we're seeing. That's the global warming right there. But they didn't tell you that that was scriptural. I call it global warning because they didn't want the world to really know that these are prophecies, because man is doing all kind of manipulation with his science and technology. Isn't that right, NASA? NASA, the deception team, I call them. But notice this in 36, but even after these things shall come to pass, you shall not repent because of your desires for wealth and an easiness of life. Do you really see people repenting right now, even though their homes are getting swept away by floods, tornadoes, fires taking down whole communities, cities? But do you really see a repentance of a change in man right now? We're not seeing it. Not yet. Because of your desires for wealth and an easiness of life. They think that Trump is going to make America great again. That's what they're hoping for. That's what they're putting their faith in, is in the arms of men. And why? Because you desire. Because you desire. And you worship the beast. And you desire the image that it have created for you by the power of Satan. So important, brothers and sisters. Just wanted to bring that out because a lot of people in the world, they're not really seeing and making a connection to the things that are happening. These are prophecies being fulfilled right now, brothers and sisters, for sure. And I wanted to put that up there for you because until we can unify as a people and start walking in love, everything that we're seeing is going to continue because mankind will not walk in love. And this AI and all this technology is really doing some damage. Okay, so enough about that. But I just wanted to bring that out for those that may be new and don't really understand that these are prophecies that have already been foretold. These things have been written, and now we're seeing it. Shalom over there, Brother YT Scott over at Facebook. Good to see you, my brother. But yes, we are seeing it. But remember, these are the consequences of man. Our Father does not punish us in this way. He allows things to happen because this is the only way that mankind can learn. The children of men, which is all of us, we have to learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. Also, let me see if we covered all of the weather alerts because so talk to your families. Make sure they're aware of the things that are coming this weekend with these storms. If you're in any of these states, take some precaution. Stay aware. Stay prepared. Always have a to-go bag just in case you have to leave your residence. You don't know when you may have to leave your home. A lot of this is coming up on people with no warning. A lot of these tornado sirens are not working. They are not going off in time for people to be aware of. Also, a lot of these tornadoes and power outages and things, they're occurring overnight when people are asleep. So again, we'll be back on Sunday when we do the marathon and we're going to talk about it. So for those of you that have just joined, this coming Sunday, I will be broadcasting all day. I'm going toe-to-toe with the meteorologists, bringing out the word of the Most High all day. We're going to do some Bible trivia. That's right. Going to give out some prizes. It's going to be some games. We're going to talk about just everything that's going on, all the current events. We're going to socialize. We're going to network, and we're going to uplift each other with some motivation, some encouragement. And we're also going to have some prayer because this world needs prayer. Hallelujah. So join on Sunday. It's going to be good. Even if you just pop in, pop out, I'll be there all day broadcasting. So join Brother Yosef and I. He'll be around, not on screen, but he'll be in the background. He's always holding me down in the back, always having my back. What else we got? King Charles, I heard about this. Anybody else? Isn't all this such interesting timing though, family? Man, they said he was released out of the hospital. Let's get an update.
King Charles had a setback in his cancer treatment yesterday and had to go to a hospital for observation. Remy Inocencio is outside Buckingham Palace with more on how this is raising new health concerns. Remy, good morning.
Good morning. The king waved to people from his car as he was leaving his home, Clarence House, right here in London today. The last time was a day before his hospital visit, seemingly healthy and smiling at a farm exhibition. Buckingham Palace said that after his scheduled cancer treatment on Thursday morning, the king then experienced temporary side effects that required a short period of observation in hospital. He returned home last night, but his events for today have been canceled. That includes a trip north to Birmingham. In recent weeks, he has had quite the busy schedule, and despite his cancer diagnosis, you'll remember from last year in February, he was in Northern Ireland last week, for example, with Queen Camilla, and he met with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky earlier this month. His next overseas trip with the Queen is still on for now. That is for Italy next week.
All right, Remy Inocencio in London, thank you so much.
Shalom there, Sister Ruat. Man, it's such an uptick of cancers right now, right, family? What's really going on with that situation with King Charles? I thought he was immune to, all of the sicknesses and pestilences. I guess not. I guess not. Anyway, let's go over here to the U.S. because Trump and Elon and Doge, they still over there laying off folks. Yes, helping to usher in the collapse of the seat of the beast.
Department of Health and Human Services plans to cut 10,000 jobs across several agencies. The move could shut down or drastically downsize multiple departments at the Centers for the Atlanta-based Disease Control and Prevention here in Atlanta. The divisions being cut are ones focused on global health, HIV prevention, and also the U.S. and Injury and Aid and Gun Violence Association. In total, the CDC will cut 2,400 jobs.
Yeah, that's the CDC alone. Those alphabet groups that I'm always being critical of. 2,400 jobs there, but I was told that the Department of Health, they're looking at 10,000 plus cuts. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people upset. I can smell a rebellion coming up on this earth. People is gonna be acting out in a minute because they losing their jobs. Yes. Meanwhile, remember, he said he was shutting down, and I think he already did an executive order to shut down the Department of Education.
Today, President Donald Trump is expected to sign an executive order that would close the Department of Education.
The Trump administration says it plans to give educational authority back to individual states. Ashley Grams has more on the story for us from the KGW newsroom. Good morning there, Ashley.
Yeah, good morning. This executive order expected.
Yes, Doge is busy. They are busy, family. That's why I said, if you haven't watched this video from our brother Shahid Bolson over at Middle Nation here on YouTube, he brought out some powerful words about what's going on right now with this planned collapse. Yes, many people don't understand the moves that's being made on the chessboard. So check that out when you get a chance. Meanwhile, Trump in the news again, continuously every day. But a lot of people didn't know that he was in the news because of this. I saw this story and was like, what is going on with this? Let me pull this up. This lady, I'll let you hear the story. I'll let you all hear it because I was like, wow, how did this happen?
The family of a woman injured at the Trump Hotel off the Strip has filed a wrongful death lawsuit. The suit claims that she died from her injuries after being ejected from revolving doors. According to a filing in March 2023, 78-year-old Diana Trusky was visiting the hotel as a guest. The lawsuit claims as she was using the revolving door that door sped up as it turned and struck her from behind, making her fall onto the sidewalk. The suit claims that staff knew that the door was malfunctioning. The filing says despite extensive medical treatment, Trusky died from her injuries a year later.
Wow. I've never heard of anyone actually getting killed from a revolving door, brothers and sisters. That's amazing. Speaking of that, I saw this. And I thought that this was very interesting. I actually have included the link to this story. This is coming out of People News. But isn't this interesting? Four current and former sheriff deputies from Texas. Texas is in the news a whole lot right about now. They passed away by, it says, you see on the screen there, in 6 weeks. 4. I said, no, Sister Chaya, not buying that. The link is in the I'm going to put it in the description as well, but it's in the live chat for those of you that want to read the details about that. It was quite interesting, but I was like, there is some things going on. You know, we got that border situation too, because you know Trump is issued troops down there at the border down there because the troops, the American troops, they're gonna be going toe to toe with the Mexican cartel. A lot of people aren't aware of that. I'm gonna be talking about that story on Sunday. Gonna be talking about it on Sunday when we do the marathon about what's going on at the border. So for those that live in Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, California, you may want to stay tuned on Sunday because we're going to be talking about this border situation. And I want to talk about that story right there because I just thought that was highly unusual. I know that there's some things going on. Yes, what'd you say? He been from the Daily News from his first presidential term. Yep, not one day go by and mention his name. I know, just such a narcissist, right, Sister Ruette? Also, that situation right there, this is in the news. And I was thinking when I saw this, I said, man, there is no rehabilitation in the kingdom of Satan. Not one, not at all. People go in these cell blocks and they just never get let out. I mean, the whole system is so corrupt. It's so ugly. It's not about, you know, rehabilitation and trying to help somebody become a better citizen. So when they are released back into society, you know, like a righteous government would do. But I just thought this was interesting because this is a follow-up on a story that always seems to bring attention about Selena and the lady that took her out of here.
The woman convicted in the murder of Tejano music icon Selena Quintanilla has been denied parole nearly 30 years after the shooting.
A 3-member panel of the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles announced today that it voted not to release Yolanda Saldivar from prison. She's serving a life sentence at a prison in Gatesville, Texas for the 1995 murder. Saldivar shot Selena at a motel in Corpus Christi after the singer accused her of stealing money. Saldivar was the president of the singer's fan club at the time. The reason given for the denial by the board was the nature of the offense and the interest of public safety. The panel says her case will be eligible to be reviewed again for parole in 2030.
They just lock you up and throw away the key, man. It's just no chance, you know. And then, man, it's so much I could say. I'll save it for Sunday because we're going to talk about this eye for an eye because a lot of people don't understand the true gospel and the righteous teachings of our Messiah. And people like to justify an eye for an eye. And when you have that restored version of the book of Matthew and the words of Yahshua, you understand that that is not so. And so we're going to talk about that. One more thing before I'm out of here, because I'm going to keep it short for you all today on this Friday, March 28th, because I'll be back all day on Sunday, and I'm a little fatigued, so I definitely want to rest up. I saw this story and was like, you can just tell it's the end of an empire. This is another sign that you know that the seed of the beast, America, it's a wrap. It's over, because now you can put fast food, you know, on layaway. Truly, family, this is probably one of the most obvious signs that it's over for the U.S.
On the Money Watch, a new partnership between DoorDash and Klarna lets customers eat now and pay later. Customers who use the DoorDash app will see the option to pay with Klarna. They then can select pay in full, pay in 4 equal interest-free payments on a bill of $35 or more. You can also defer your payment to a time that aligns with your paycheck. But what does the price of convenience say about our consumer culture?
You used to see buy now, pay later used for these bigger ticket items, high-end things like furniture and electronics. The fact that people are using this now for groceries, for gas, for everyday items. I think where it gets tough, though, is you get into this mindset of, oh, I have more room in my budget.
Right, when you really don't.
Exactly.
In the last quarter of 2024, Americans carried $18 trillion in household debt. Klarna says when someone misses a payment, they won't let them continue to defer.
And we wonder why America is in debt. Trillions of dollars in debt. Because we've been living on borrowed money, credit. Yeah. A cheating system. That's all it is. Credit is just cheating. Cheating, because you don't have it. That's the truth. On the screen there, I have a quote from the Roman poet. It's interesting how the Romans saw things, because we've been living in a Roman society. That's all America is the the extension of Rome and the Roman way of living. But notice it says, give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. Yeah, that has been very effective with, keeping people asleep, not understanding what's happening before them. Oh yeah, they had a whole model. Give them bread. Yeah, like let them get the food, fast food on layaway. Yeah, just keep their bellies full with all this junk food and fast food restaurants all in the neighborhoods everywhere. You can DoorDash it, you can do Uber Eats, bring it to your house. Now you can even get it on layaway. Yes. And the food is no good for you, no nutritional, options within your neighborhoods and stuff. And then the nutritional options are so much more expensive. Meanwhile, people continue to get sick with all kind of pestilences and illnesses and viruses, and therefore they need medication, so then therefore that enhances the pockets of big pharma. It's just a continuation. It's a revolving door of just nonsense. And it's time for us to raise our frequencies, brothers and sisters, raise our spiritual frequencies. As I said, the majority of the world is functioning in the lower D's, the frequency of the lower D's. Take a listen for those that may have missed it. And I've been talking all this week about how the world, the majority of the world, is functioning on the frequency of the lower D's. And I went into some detail about those lower D's, and I explained that they represent being distracted, because of the things of the world and being disconnected. I wonder how all this AI and technology are involved. We've become desensitized, delusional, as the scriptures say. Many people are depressed. They have been dumbed down. Many are even on demon time. And man, so many people are in denial of what is currently in front of them. They are deceived, causing them to become disgruntled. Many are deceitful. They are dishonest, and therefore they have become double-minded. And in the book of James, it says that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me for this powerful lesson. This is going to be good. Yes, brothers and sisters, that's a good message. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, check out the lesson I did about AI and technology and how it's so important right now to be able to hear from the Spirit. A lot of people right now in this hour cannot hear from the Spirit. They got static on the line because there's so much that's going on. That's why they want to keep you distracted. As they say, give them bread, give them circuses. Circuses represents entertainment. All this stuff about Diddy. Look at all the channels on YouTube that do gossip about celebrities, and it's so many, or just gossip in general, just talking about nonsense and things that people are doing behind closed doors and other people's business and so forth. It's so much of that. And that's blocking the ability. It's causing a stumbling block, and you can't hear from the Spirit. So check that out when you get a chance. It'll be quite beneficial for you. And we're going to be talking about that as well. As we leave out of here, I want to leave with some encouraging messages, or an encouraging message from our very own Sister Blessed by Yah. Yes, this is going to be good. And We need this encouragement in this hour. Brothers and sisters, I'll see you all Sunday. And I'm going to rest up, but I plan on seeing you Sunday. So do join the Melchizedek Network for a day of just topics. I'm going to read some scripture. For those of you that want to come on screen, you may have some comments. You'll be able to join live on the screen there as well. We're going to do some trivia, give out some prizes, do some other games, and we're going to socialize as best we can with these devices. Let's use the devices of Satan for a righteous purpose, because we're not ignorant to these devices, but we got to use them for a righteous purpose. So let's hear from Blessed by Yah as we leave out of here on this Friday, March 28th, and I will see you all on Sunday. As always, peace, love, unity, and respect for all people. That's what it's about, brothers and sisters. It is the only way, is respect and love for all people. That's what the Messiah taught. That is the message from our Heavenly Father. I'll see you all on Sunday. Shalom and mahalo from Maui, Hawaii. Brother Yosef sends his love.
We were just hanging out in the mountains, just reflecting on everything that's going on in the world today. And it made me think about, all the things that's going on. We have destruction and mayhem and our children being missing and, our water being contaminated and foods being contaminated. And so it made me think about 1 Thessalonians 5, where it tells us to pray without ceasing. This is truly a time where we have to have a prayer life and not a prayer list. And I thought about Matthew 26, where it tells us to watch as well as pray, lest we ourselves be led into temptation. There's just so much coming at us all at once. People, in relationships, and just at work and just different things. So family, I encourage you, this is the time for us to be prayer warriors, okay? So this is Blessed by Yah saying, I love you so much, and shalom.
Shalom, family. Thank you, Blessed by Yah. Real love, real respect.